Back, Jonah, don't you see? You can't outrun what's meant to be. The sea it whispers, the storm it roars. God's message knocks on distant doors. Jonah, oh Jonah, don't you flee to the depths from your destiny. Turn from your path, O wayward son. Speak against the deeds that they have done. Turn from your flight to distant shore. Stand in Nineveh, obey my call. Flee not to Tarshish, hear my voice. Share my decree, you have a choice. While the sailors cry out in the rage of the storm, who has brought this? What God we scorned? Lots cast it points to one man's alarm. Jonah his name, the cause of this harm. I am the one, Jonah's voice in the rain. Forsaken his call, I've boarded in vain. Throw me over, he commands with a sigh, to end this tempest, for my God I'll comply. The winds they listen, the waves they obey. As Jonah plunges, the storm fades away. In the belly of the deep, a prayer does he mold. 3 days, 3 nights, in darkness and cold. Swallowed whole beneath in depth's silent crush, Jonah's heart calls out, the deep's echo hushed. In the belly deep where light fears to tread, a prayer from the soul for the living, not dead. From the depths I cry to you on your throne. Forgive my flight, your purpose now shown. Dust off my sandals, this city I see. Wicked and wild, it stretches before me. Proclaiming loudly, 40 days to the end. Nineveh trembles, will they break or just bend? Echoes of judgment in the streets they unfold, as the tales of their vice and their violence are told. In the courts of Nineveh, ashes and wails, kings and their subjects, their pride now assails. Sackcloth adorning the mightiest thrones, voices are lifted, the city atones. See the king rise from gold to the dust. For mercy they cry, in the God of Jonah they trust. Mercy reigns, the skies they clear. God of grace has lent his ear. Jonah watches, heart confused, as God forgives those he'd accuse. For every soul that turned their face found endless love, found saving grace. Oh, Jonah sits beneath the scorching sun, wondering why, what has he done to deserve a fate where mercy's shown to those he'd rather see overthrown. He builds a shelter outside the walls, watches and waits for Nineveh's fall. He crustaceans down and shunners ground, wide faceted lines. But God, He acts with a simple deed. A vine, it grows, offering Jonah reprieve. With leaves spread out, shade given free. God's own creation against the sun's tyranny. But that shade snatched away, and Jonah's skin burns raw. His bitterness reigns as the vine withers to straw. The Lord, He questions, is this anger right? You're rather fierce in my merciful sight. Learn what I teach. Love surpasses the depths even prophets must reach. Questions still churning in that heat-stricken land. A prophet confronts what he can't understand. With the city repenting, Jonah's heart's in a bind. Lost in his thoughts with a tumultuous mind. Jonah, oh Jonah, where lies your belief? In the shadow of grace or alone in your grief?